I'm back. Rudrance for our Black and White Network. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, punch that like button, and as always, we thank you guys and gals for watching. Look, sometimes you just got to draw a line in the sand. We saw the tragic events that happened in Uvalde this week. I'm in Texas. It's a school that my son used to go to. Several years ago, I called him. I said, "Hey, isn't this your old school?" And he said, "Yes, sir, it is." It's a horrible, horrible tragedy that happened. And as we know, there should have been probably more running into the building than running out, or running away from the building. Let's put it that way. As we found out that a Border Patrol officer bravely went in after being told not to. Somebody literally had to take a stand, defy orders, and go in to help those children. I still cannot believe that. As a parent, as a father, I'd have been like, give me a vest and a gun. I'm going. If he kills me, he kills me. It just is what it is. It's crazy what has happened involving this shooting, the things that are coming out, and the things we didn't know. Well, a Florida sheriff is sending a message to anybody that's going to threaten a school. And he's being very clear and concise about his message. Florida sheriff warns would-be school attackers, "We'll shoot you graveyard dead." I mean, he's just sending a clear message. We're not going to have it, and you're not making it out. We're not arresting you, it seems like. Polk County, Florida Sheriff Grady Judd made clear his deputies are trained to take out attackers before they get inside schools, and added, quote, "We'll shoot you graveyard dead." Spectrum News reported that Judd was, quote, "mortified by Tuesday's Uvalde shooting." He put any would-be attackers thinking about targeting a Polk County school on notice. Quote, "If you come into a school in this county armed, we're going to do our best through either our guardians, our school resource officers, or our school resource deputy sheriffs to eliminate the threat outside of the school before they ever get to the children. We're trained to do that." Judd held up a photo that showed a deputy with a gun and then added, "This is the last thing you'll see before we put a bullet through your head if you're trying to hurt our children. We are going to shoot you graveyard dead if you come onto this campus with a gun, threatening our children or shooting at us." There's no telling what kind of legislation is going to be passed in Florida. I'm just waiting for DeSantis to come out and really get after this. Florida adopted the Guardian program following the February 14, 2018 Parkland shooting. The attacker in that instance was able to avoid contact with the school resource officer, and commission recommended arming teachers as a line of defense in the event that an attacker is able to get by an officer again. I absolutely believe that if a teacher should want to be armed, they should be able to be armed, and I believe that it should be federally funded and trained to train our teachers on how to protect those children at all cost. And you're already seeing more and more signs just in the last couple of days pop up. I saw them online today on Twitter. Somebody had, "If you come onto this campus wishing to harm children, we are trained to take you out." I mean, just flat warning right up front. You're not making it off this school campus alive. You're not just coming out of there. The commission noted that armed teachers could have made a difference in the outcome of that heinous incident. Breitbart observed that Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Gualtieri, head of the Parkland Commission, said the investigation of the Parkland attack had changed his views on armed teachers. He went from opposing the idea to supporting it. He noted, quote, "People need to keep an open mind, as the reality is that if if someone else in that school had a gun, it could have saved lives. And we found out, of course, in Uvalde that the resource officer was not at the school. I don't understand. We have schools here locally, more rural schools here in East Texas, that their teachers, they do have some of their teachers that are armed. They're ready. If something was to happen, they could be on a offensive instead of a defensive situation. I still can't believe the facts that are coming out now, and the fact that Governor Abbott was misled about these facts is just appalling. Again, I'm a father. It's unbelievable. It's repugnant is what it is. I appreciate this kind of honesty, this kind of directness from a sheriff. I do, a law enforcement agent, to come out and say, look, there's nothing confusing here. You're not walking away. And my deputies and the people involved are trained to make sure that they handle situations like they had in Uvalde. I mean, look, no amount of gun legislation or gun laws or gun control is going to keep a wacko from obtaining a weapon like this. That's what just kills me. At what point do you actually believe that a criminal is going to be deterred by a law in lieu of committing another criminal act? They don't want me to have a gun. What do I care what that law is? I mean, look what I intend to do, for crying out loud. Yeah, do you think a criminal is going to be deterred by that? Because I don't. They're not going to care. They're going to obtain that weapon illegally and still go attempt to commit said act. People have got to be able to defend themselves and defend the students, the people they care about, like we seen in Uvalde, where parents were trying to get to those students. Crazy. So, yeah, I appreciate this kind of sheriff. Look, we got sheriffs around here a lot like this. You know, straightforward to the punch, not pull any punches. Yeah. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network supporters. I saw this article and I said, that's interesting. Let's shine a little light on Grady Judd. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.